So there. Ice cream. Just know what the story is down.
Great. Thank you, man. Pledge allegiance to the flag. One. District football game, 9th adopted for a. We need to make. Process continues with a successful public workshop. Just an LPC meeting here today. I thank all of those who participated and provided feedback. The workshop was very successful. Town is currently in its 2024 budget formulation process. We have completed 5 budget workshops that were open to the public. Tentative budget is very close to being completed to meet the submission date here at the end of the month. Insurance, electricity, and fuel are once again impacting the budget, but we are looking at areas to cut or scale back to stay below the tax cap. Tax cap remains fixed at 2% this year. The town will still seek authorization to exceed the cap through the local law for planning purposes, but this is a precautionary measure only. The goal remains to keep below the tax cap, and if we do not need to use the local law, we can rescind it. But we do have to adopt it before the final adoption of the budget. Once again, I want to emphasize that we have to be careful in how we use available fund balance to pay for every deficit that we encounter. Healthy fund balance exists to help fund us during those surprise moments that we cannot predict. So that's the end of my opening remarks. I have no presentations for tonight. There are no public hearings this evening. However, we will have a public hearing on the proposed water district consolidation at the finance meeting on September 28th, and then again on October 12th, the regular town board meeting. So with that, we'll go to committee reports, and we'll start with the airport.
Okay. We had our meeting on the 6th of September. Present, Joyce came and told us we'll talk about the airport. We could replace the current one, so we're actually being able to get that day and we'll go out and put it in. We're ready to restart the Eagle Farm. The prices went down, even though we bought it cheaper. They're pretty good with the corn prices in the area, so we're going to stay with more. Construction continues along the runway with painting and lighting. Painting is all done. Lighting is supposed to be checked today. It looks like we might be able to start the airport up this week. So it all depends upon.
Did they do the striping today?
The striping's done.
Oh, I was up there last night, maybe it was the night before.
John
Hamilton
over this morning.
Also, they had
The electrician was supposed to come today.
He was supposed to come today to follow up. So I don't know what they found.
He was scheduled for tomorrow.
Because
I asked earlier this morning.
And we're still shooting for the weekend. There was a question of electrical service at the airport. Each hangar, the unit has its own meter and paid the bill each month. The 4 meters on the outside, the lights paid for by the owner. Grass and weeds are going up around runway lights. Of course, nobody's been up there. We haven't the runway open, but Bob Saul's been out and doing a lot of work there. He got one that cleaned up. It's pretty good. All the gate problems are solved now. We do have a number of the gate, that kind of thing. looks like possible this weekend, might have the airport open, certainly early next week. So the next meeting is Tuesday, the 3rd of October, 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, thanks.
What do we have to do to notify the public that we're open? How does that, kind of notification goes out?
FAA would be.
The notice will be released, and I put stuff on our web page at our airport tab. And then all the people that call me, I tell them.
The seaplane goes in control.
But once the notice is released, all the airmen, that's what they look at. There's a to check before they were. Okay, thanks, Tom. Buildings and grounds.
The only item we want, just for an update, I mean, it's no big deal. We went to the vault the other day, town, me and Dave Ross and Tanya and Bill, we made a plan on what we're gonna do up there. Tanya wanted to tear it down, we voted it down. So Dave Ross is gonna work on it this Saturday and Sunday.
Good.
So.
Good
And
news.
the drink town was gone, I don't know if everybody heard it, so just below the floor. So that's gonna take out, everything else is you. Oh, the library, I don't know, the asbestos report, I haven't heard about anything on that.
Just the word of mouth, I talked to Steve Boyce yesterday at the deal, and I told him that there was an issue, and he said, oh, that's months ago, what we need is the certificate. You need the certificate.
Well,
He
Dave
doesn't-
needs it, and he said,
He said it's been done, I don't like it anymore, maybe not.
it's a matter of clean it up, get it done.
You don't seem to think that's the case.
They all be
Right.
Man, I said, it's all there, Dave, all you gotta do is sort it.
Anyway, theoretically, they have it, according to Steve Boyce, it's just a matter of getting it, I guess, he's got it in 5 months.
I told him last night at the thing, but I didn't.
think that, yeah,
I think I had to try because I said something. I checked with Dave Burns and he showed me what he had in the books and it said, it was a report from somebody and I don't remember who, but it said did not include asbestos. So that's not the one.
no, you
So
need
Dave
it.
doesn't
Later, thought it would be a separate document, the inspection report.
Yeah.
The inspection report is one thing, and then the asbestos report is an entirely separate certificate.
When they just go on. But, you know, when we talked about it, the asbestos is crazy, it's like $3,000, you know, and Steve found somebody for 800 or 1,000, and he sent me the link in case for future, and he said, I've got it, so.
And if the case was it wasn't asbestos, Dave was saying that the cost of having to truck the debris out to Rochester,
Yes.
that's a little scary. So that's not the case. At the last meeting, we had members from the Black Watch Library Board present, and they shared some information about the library. It's a very busy library, and has had 7,000 visitors so far this year, as well as noteworthy circulation. It is also a town pooling center and has heavy foot traffic, not just for library computers, but for internet access and computer use. And I've been, when we have library meetings, there's always somebody in there using the library. The board members stated there was a need for better cleaning of the facility. This includes vacuuming and bathroom cleaning, and the public restroom is used frequently. Committee member Tony Thompson noted that the cleaning of the 6 town buildings is done by one full-time and one part-time employee. The committee agreed that there is a need to look at the cleaning schedule and budget. Perhaps the hours should be extended or a new part-time person hired. I didn't see that. Town groundskeeper. Head groundskeeper Grant Spalding reported the crew with mowers have been getting heavy use and often break down and need repairs. There's 2 types of mowers that are used, the smaller John Deeres and the large Kubotas. and they need to be on a regular replacement schedule. It is hoped that the capital reserve fund for groundskeeping equipment continues to be funded. Tanya noted that the crew has too many properties to maintain. Mr. Spalding also noted that it has been a very difficult summer with all the rain, equipment breakdowns, and smaller than budgeted crew to keep our communities looking. On the other side of this, as I would like to note two compliments this crew has received just recently. Harold kindly sent the following email to Mark. It said, "My wife and I have a place in Hague, and we are this weekend walking around the grounds around the baseball field and the Historical Society building, they mean the 1888 building. Whoever keeps up the grounds does a beautiful job, and my wife comments on it each time we walk around the area. They are always perfect. Please that whoever is responsible, they are doing a great job." I was recently at a women's group, and Pat McDonough of Hague spoke to me, and she said, "My husband and I walk around Ticonderoga 3 times a week, around Bicentennial Park, Recreation Park, and on the Lachute Trail. The natural beauty of these areas is so beautiful, and the parks are so well maintained. Your town is so fortunate to have these properties, and especially the right people to maintain them." So I'll make sure the grant appears well. Very nice. Black Point Beach, Stenholt was at president of our meeting, and I thanked him for improving the parking lot by spreading millings. Finally, there's no buttons. The millings still need to be rolled a little bit, perhaps in smooth. And also the third field in Rick has also been improved with millings. So that's additional good news. Getting new sand for the beach was also discussed. The committee did not think it is an important issue at this time. The new equipment donated through Progress will be installed. That is being installed right now. More sand may be needed for the required wall height, ground cover for the 6-foot wide safety area that must surround the equipment. Recreation fields, we talked about that too in the maintenance of the lobby, because we know that there is an awful lot of need to be done in this town. And it was agreed that baseball and softball games should be done by the 1st of August every year. And then grass mowing all these fields by the town can be reduced a little bit at that time. And anyone using the fields for team practice or games at any time should have proper insurance and an appropriately signed use of facilities for. All this information will be included in the park policies booklet. Town Christmas tree, Town is keeping us on target for this one. She reminded us that a plan needs to be in place for the town Christmas tree this year and in future years. Either pruning needs to be done to make the present tree work, or another tree must be selected for use. An arborist is still being sought to aid in the purchase of and the location of a new tree. And our meeting is next Tuesday.
Getting pretty late for the tree. What are we gonna do?
Well, she had said the green stuff that he might be able to approve it.
You need to look at it. It's been a, it's a really complicated. I mean, I've been doing this for
Yeah, I know.
years. I'm really discouraged.
There are potential trees in the park, but they certainly not as nice as this one. And she had also suggested one of the triangles away, but there's no electricity there, so that's a very nice tree.
Meeting on August 16th, minutes are attached. It was a short meeting. We did give updates on care operations that are starting or soon to start in the area. As I said, minutes are attached. Let's move on to highway.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Good jump. Anyway, wrong one. We met on the 29th. the public discussion, Tanya was here and she asked if she would ask if you would like me to continue investigating the free one-time trip to the transfer station. I need to look into how many properties and how many tickets we would need. How will we distribute the tickets? What do we want these tickets to say? This will take some time. They will be like our dump tickets we currently have. And they wanted to know, can you look into the handicap ramp in front of the 802 Long Shots building? And Sal and I said that we would have the people that are doing the sidewalk check it and see if they could do it, make it ADA accessible. And Joyce, she said she would like to thank the highway department for the work they did on the beach. Committee discussions, Sal, we're looking on sidewalks. We can do another 650 to 700 feet for the dollars we have. And they just did 150 and they're gonna do another 150 or so next week. And we did look and make sure we completed all the sidewalks that we've had notification on through the years, and they're all done. And we're looking to fix in front of the chamber with a handicap compliant and residents. We're looking to start paving next week. And he's been working on striping in front of the school and the armory. And stops at the road stops for the four-way intersection. Working on getting all the trucks in working order for winter. The transfer station will have a truck to help keep that cleared out to make sure the hill stays sanded and safe. And St. Clair has been really good. Sal and I went over yesterday during a rainstorm, and that pipe that he found and he opened up, they had the concrete.
Yeah.
So, like we said yesterday, we hope maybe that will alleviate that problem.
Yeah, we still have some more work to do, but
Yeah.
do a couple
But
words.
it's helped a lot because it's nothing, it was fine. And that was it.
Okay, let's talk just a little bit about dump days. They were tentatively scheduled for October. We're having difficulty getting additional dumpsters from Circle to support dump days. We talked about this earlier, and it was hoped that Circle would have ample containers by the time we approach dump days. This is a countywide issue. They cannot guarantee that they will be able to give us additional dumpsters for the free dump days. At this point, I think we're looking at canceling the free dump days. The reason I would say that is what we're gonna end up with is gonna have people in line coming to the transfer station and we're gonna be out of capacity. And they're just gonna be disappointed not to turn around, and I'd rather avoid that scenario.
But they'll dump it somewhere, we'll have to clean it up.
Yeah, like outside the gate of the transfer station, but I wouldn't blame them.
Would get mad and just say, dump it.
But, it's unfortunate that we probably have to cancel it, but we don't have another solution right now if we can't get containers for them. But as Dave mentioned, that it came up in the meeting, we should probably pursue, get this finalized for doing dump tickets for, property owners, residents for next year. They can use it anytime during the year that they want to. It's easier to control, it helps relieve, transfer station impact for those 3 days, because they get slammed.
Would you just, not to interrupt you, but would you just send them out once a year?
Yeah.
That and make your workload more?
Yeah.
Once they were sent out, you're done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know if they could come in.
were you looking in to see what, other entities did for that, or?
Yeah, I'm working on it now.
We have time, but
Yeah. June.
at least for the organizational meeting, we should be able to say what we need to do. Yeah, good. Yeah, I think we have a choice. All right, we'll move on to municipal facility.
We didn't have a meeting last month. We'll have a meeting this month. AES has promised that they will have their initial schematic and design of the new police department completed with some architectural pricing involved. Won't include contractors' estimates, but it will include their architectural estimates. And we'll get that, review it, and then we'll go from there. The other thing that will be on the agenda coming up is what we're going to do with the Hudson Headwaters building, but I think we're still waiting for some response from them on the lease agreements. Don't seem to get that. There's really not much we can discuss. So,
Yeah, Matt did send our comments, we've seen nothing back yet.
but at least we'll have the information by the end of the month by our committee meeting, so that we can be able to start comparing some issues here.
Ready? Thank you. Public safety.
Okay, we met on the 29th again. Supervisor Wright inquired if the committee would consider asking the town board to send a letter to the Ticonderoga Town Court regarding a disappointment when it comes to fines for the code enforcement cases. The committee all agreed. Supervisor Wright said he would bring it to the town board. Matt Fuller congratulated Dave and Rihanna for the good job they have been doing in the last year and have on the paperwork that put together for court. He also explained the procedure he likes for court. I read the report there in the minutes from the police department and the codes. In the codes, Rihanna reads the monthly codes report, and Dave goes over the issues that are having on the at 64 the Portage. Garbage is being thrown in, burned out garbage, and Dave will keep us posted. Joyce asked about the apartment building on Lake George Avenue. I don't know what's that.
The one that's the,
Yeah, I know. What'd you ask?
I asked her what the story was on it, because I was wondering if it was safe.
Oh, okay, I don't have any follow on that, that's all. Rihanna stated someone bought it and is going on 3-year delinquent taxes. And Supervisor Wright asked about the house on Schuyler Street that puts garbage on the street. Rihanna states that's a violation to the tenant. We adjourn the meeting at 8:40. Next one is September 26th.
Drew, I shared the letter to the court with everybody. They drafted up, or just share it with public safety. I'll send it out.
I don't call the end.
Right, I'll send it. Decided maybe the finance meeting with York would send it. Okay, Public Works, meeting, minutes from the October 29th, the August 29th meeting was attached. We had a pretty good discussion with residents regarding, town water and sewer, request to Sagamore Outlet Drive and Snappy Turtle Lane. And another pretty good discussion with some Eagle Lake residents on the side of the project to get water to Chilson and Eagle Lake. Those were pretty good meeting. There's more information in the minutes. I do have a bunch of resolutions here though from water, wastewater. First resolution is to extend the Homeland Sewer District SSO4 to include tax map parcel 150.4-1-7.120.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. A resolution to increase the billing account for 39 North House Street, Robert Ledoux, to 2 EDU water, 2 EDU sewer, as there is attached garage in the home per the assessment description.
I'll move it.
Second.
Okay, discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. A resolution to increase the billing account for 128 Lake George Avenue, Zachary Austin, 2 EDU water, 2 EDU sewer, as there is an attached apartment on the home per the assessment description.
Move that.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. A resolution to increase the billing account for 164 Shanahan Road, Suzanne Bouchard, to 2 EDU water, as there is an apartment over the garage per the assessment description. Discussion, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Resolution to increase the billing account for 21 Keys Road, Grace Keys, to 2 EDU water, as the assessment description shows an additional living unit on the property.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution to increase 8-9 Wayne Avenue, Scott Tierney, 2 EDU water, 2 EDU sewer, as the assessment description shows an additional living unit on the property.
I'll move that.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution to increase 128 the Portage, Stephen Patino to 2 EDU water, 2 EDU sewer, as there's an additional living unit on the property per the assessment description.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution to increase the billing account for 151 Shore Airport Road, Del Canal to 2 EDU water, as there's an additional living unit on the property per the assessment description.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution to increase the billing account for 13 Abercrombie Street, Mark Yaws, 2 EDU water, 2 EDU sewer, as there's an additional living unit on the property for the assessment description.
Second.
Can I ask?
Yes.
We haven't passed it yet, have we?
No?
I'm just curious why there's so many.
This was the result of a letter that the town sent out to a bunch of individual property owners because assessment and or codes had denoted that they possibly had multiple units.
Okay.
So the town sent a letter out and said, hey, this is what we think. If that's not how it is, let us know and we'll correct it.
Okay. So it worked.
Right. Any more discussion on that one? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution to decrease account number 54001095550 to 1 EDU water, 1 O&M water fee, as this is vacant farmland.
I'll move it.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution to adopt the town of Ticonderoga preferred name and pronoun policy in accordance with New York State Public Service Law.
Second.
Discussion.
Is this the day?
Yes.
Okay.
All in favor? Aye. In favor?
Yeah.
Okay. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. A resolution to approve the lead service line replacement project, AES number 4852, a substantially complete and approved change order number 3 for the project. This change order adjusts the final contract value to accommodate for the negative $516.75 balance shown on the last pay app. This change will reflect the final amount billed and the contract value as being equal. Once we get on
Second.
discussion, if anyone has questions, Waters, engineers here to answer those. Let's just make it all even out. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. A resolution authorizing the purchase of a CAT 42007 backhoe loader CFG2 for the water wastewater departments from Milton CAT, off-state contractor Sourcewell, with funds to water from water and wastewater capital reserves equally.
I'll move it.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution authorizing the creation of a purchase order in the amount of $140,375 to Milton CAT, the purchase of a CAT 42007 backhoe loaders CFG2 for the water wastewater departments from state contract through Sourcewell, with funds from water and wastewater capital reserves equally.
I'll move it.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution to award the bid for the 2010 S650 Bobcat skid steer to Don Page in the amount of $16,101.00.
I'll move it.
Second.
That met the reserve by law. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, that's all I have. I'm ready for only 15 resolutions there. We'll move on to Human Services.
Just one note about that cap, but usually the original trade in, how goes the bank go?
No, they have to declare surplus.
Yeah, sense.
It's in the.
So, well. Back home, so.
I'll bet this week and James, plan, what he's done so far, and what he's planning to do. I'm very optimistic about the plans that he's come up for the after-school program. I think it's well structured, he knows what he's doing. The interesting thing is he's made an arrangement with the teen center that they use the gym for 2 hours. Yeah, for 2 hours a day, so that's very good. And he's trying to have lots of activities because he realizes that everybody doesn't like to do the same thing. So far, staffing, at that meeting, we were lacking somebody over 18 years old to assist him, so if he wants to leave the room for any reason, there's an adult there who could be in charge. He did have 2 young men already on board who worked for the town before. And since then, we did interview this, was it this morning? I can't even remember what day it is. We did interview today, and it seems like it was yesterday. That's not on here, by the way. So anyways, it looks, we want to get it going as soon as possible, and we're hoping it would have been starting next week, but I'm not sure. Do you think, Tanya, we're going to be able to start next week? No, not yet, okay.
If you.
Well, that's what
did point is, I mean, I would say, just do that. It depends on the freedom plan.
And he did tell me that I got consults for the testing, so he didn't seem to have a problem with that, so hopefully. And I think James is confident that the work he's been doing so far, that anybody who comes on is going to know what their job is and be expected to do it. So I'm very happy about that. Soccer program is up and running, lots of kids play. And the good news to me is we're actually using one of our own fields for practice. They're using the field for practice. So that's a good, and the other practices elementary school. So things are looking good. So I'm very pleased about that. And he's already working on the ski program and thinking about big basketball. So I think, Tom, maybe things look better for you in terms of getting some things organized. So that's the best news of all. Yes. To the chair because he is a young man and say, find some social activities to do, please, so we can feed him. He is living locally too, that's even better. Yeah, Tanya helped with that too, so I appreciate that. Okay, so with that in mind, I would like to make a motion to offer employment to Ellery Wright as an activities attendant at $14.20 per hour, no benefit, effective September 5th of this year.
So move.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried, and I have the other one.
Okay, so you can read it.
This is the resolution to offer employment to Aiden Smith as an activities attendant, $14.20 per hour, and benefits effective September 15th, 2023.
So move.
Okay.
Joyce, go ahead.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Things are looking good for our youth program. I hope it continues.
Anything from seniors?
They did have a meeting this past month. Again, I did not get their minutes in time to get them submitted. I'm gonna have to talk to them about trying to get them out a little more rapidly. They didn't have a lot going on this month. They did say that they were working on their budget submit to the town, and that they would have it to us, it's out by the end of this week, so I'm hoping tomorrow.
I keep forgetting to go over there and ask them about it. Send an
Yeah,
email.
they said they've done it. They don't think there's gonna be any changes from last year much, but, anyways, they said they're gonna get it to us. And then they'll have their next scheduled meeting, at the same time next month. I think that they end their winter meetings in November, maybe, so they've got a couple of months left, I think, before and then they won't have any until the spring, so.
Okay. Thank you. Health insurance, we have received the new rate increases for health benefits for 2024. Those rates will increase 11.2%. The town will offer 2 health plans instead of 4 in 2024. And so staff on the 2 health plans that are being discontinued within the next few weeks will have to choose which other plans they want to switch to.
But how much time do they have to
Well, they've had a year so far, but now we're getting closer, and so we're sending out a notice tomorrow for them to, within the next couple of weeks, to choose the plan. And all I have from health, nothing on contract. Cable's an interesting one because the first notice was then superseded by the second notice. The first one basically said that Charter was unable to negotiate with Disney on negotiations for their channel selections, and so they were discontinuing, well, I'm not gonna read them all, they're in the minutes, they were discontinuing all these channels, and then the following month, they had come to reach a deal with a new carriage agreement, and now they were going to offer the following channels: ACC Network, Disney Channel, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN Deportes, ESPN News, ESPNU, FX, Longhorn Network, National Geographic, and SEC Networks. I know you're all anxiously waiting to see what that is. All right, so that's all I have for cable. Moving to other resolutions, financial resolutions. First one here is a resolution authorizing the creation of a new account. This is to receive and track grant funds from New York State OSC. This is A.2260.004 for the Police Traffic Service Grant.
That.
A second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Next one's a long one, folks. Resolution authorizing the following budget transfers. The first group is to fund increased costs from contingency and the balance after that transfer in contingency for general fund, $22,171.97. $22,615.58 from contingency for justice overtime in the amount of $278.31. $1,014.02 for supervisor contractual recording, $2 to building general cleaning supplies, and $1,321.25 to building electric. Continuing, next group is to fund increased costs from contingency and highway. Balance after the transfer will be $7,605.13. $971.96 going to machinery, highway, lubricants. $797.44 going to machinery, highway, and $33.19 going to snow. Next group is to fund increased cost from contingency for sewer. Balance after the transfer is $7,538.09. $61.90 going to sewage treatment, electric in District 1. $258.08 going to District 4 for electric. $108.79 going to District 6 for electric. $14.40 going to District 7 for a treatment disposal contractual. $218.53 going to District 7 for sewage treatment electric. $268.63 going to District 8 for electric. $32.01 going to District 10 for electric. $196.45 going to District 11 for electric. $195 to going to sewer education and training. $90.12 going to sewer town attorney. $17.32 going to sewer general supplies. $259 going to sewer lab medical testing. Next group is to funding increased cost from contingency for water. Balance after the transfer is $14,424.81, $90.13 going to water administration and contractual legal services. Next group is to transfer funds to cover under budgeted accounts in water, an amount of $1,740 to district water treatment pager pay. Next group is to transfer funds to correct budget error entry in District 5 to District 6 in water, in the amount of $8,063.00. And finally, in this group is to transfer insurance monies received to the expense line used for repair for Water District 6 from insurance recoveries water in the amount of $20,415.79 to Central Water Materials and Supplies. And now I need a motion. Okay, any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Next is a resolution authorizing the following budget adjustments. First group, funding accounts by general fund balance for increase in additional costs. General account, $8,778.64 for garage dyes, diesel, and gasoline. $562.52 for youth general employee HSA. And next group is funding accounts by sewer fund balances to cover increased costs. $3,794.06 for District 5 electric. $7,685.02 for District 5 electric, and $800 for District 5 treatment and disposal employee HSA. And the last section here for this group is funding account by water fund balances to cover increased cost. District 1 in the amount of $1,721.92. District 6 power supply, pumping water, electric in the amount of $10,773.43. You were ready for that. You want a second?
Second.
All right, discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. A resolution authorizing the following interfund transfer, and this is to transfer funds from sewer to wastewater treatment plant phosphorus removal project. The first group is to transfer funds from general to Eagle Lake water project. In the amount of $64.89 from general interfund transfer to Eagle Lake. The last section here is to transfer funds from sewer to wastewater treatment plant phosphorus removal project. The amount of $3,742. Second. Okay. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Group here. A resolution authorizing the following interfund loans. First group is transfer funds from general to airport apron project until funding is received in the amount of $52,059.13. Last section is to transfer funds from general to airport pavement project until funding is received in the amount of $16,634.26.
So. Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, I got a resolution authorizing the following expenditures for training in Bolton Landing, New York for Rebecca Norton and Amy Beeman. This is the OSC New York State Retirement Seminar on September 21st. No cost for training, applicable mileage and meals cost supply.
I'll move it.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. A resolution authorizing the creation of a purchase order in the amount of $910.74 to StoreTech for a UPS Smart 1500 volt amp 1350 watt rack mount backup battery supply for the main server.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. A resolution to advertise for the annual fuel bid.
I'll move that.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Question, when we do this, do we normally get more than one person, bidding on a few of
Sometimes.
this? But, I mean, just a question is.
Yeah, sometimes. We used to get 3 or 4, but when Amerigas moved out, I send them to the same people, they just don't bid anything. And we always compare it to the state contract too.
And fuel always changes so often, it's hard to lock somebody in. And just.
It's ready to be delivered.
Bids like that.
All in favor?
They're expensive above. Above.
Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. A resolution to advertise for the annual construction and debris P&D bid.
Move it.
Do we have a second?
No,
Any discussion?
speaking up.
Favor? Opposed? Motion carried. A resolution to advertise for the annual cemetery fall cleanup.
Is that all of them? All the ones that are active?
All the town owned.
Okay.
Do I have a second on that?
I'll move second.
Okay. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. A resolution introducing the consideration of proposed local law entitled "A Local Law to Override the Tax Levy Limit Established in General Municipal Law, Section 3C, and scheduling a public hearing regarding the proposed local law to be held on October 12, 2023 at 6 p.m.
I'll move it. Second.
Discussion.
Dickens.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. A resolution authorizing the purchase of, I already did this.
No, we did that.
Wrote it down.
I wondered when I wrote that down.
Yeah, so when I was writing it in, I thought I've done this before.
Okay.
A resolution to accept the minutes of the August 10th, 2023 regular town board meeting, August 24, 2023 finance meeting, August 16, 2024 budget workshop number 1, August 31, 2024 budget workshop number 2, September 5th, 2024 budget workshop number 3, September 7th, 2024 budget workshop number 4, and September 12th, 2024 budget workshop number 5, and I will not repeat them.
Keep it in my mind.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
So actually that is different. Your first one was to create the purchase order and now you're actually operating the purchase order.
Well, let me go through it then, just to make sure. A resolution authorizing the purchase of a UPS Smart 1500 volt amp 1300 watt rack mount battery backup for the main server at a cost not to exceed $910.74.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Good catch, Tanya.
Yes.
There was method to our madness.
Yeah. It'd been easier if they were right next to each other.
Yeah, I would have, but that's not the way I roll, I guess. Resolution to pay the abstract.
I'll move it.
Second.
Choice second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. A resolution to accept the supervisor's report as submitted.
So move.
Second.
All right, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Does the town clerk have anything for us this evening?
We covered all
Does the town have anything for us this
Yeah,
evening?
just one quick update, we are currently in the midst of the publication requirements for the district consolidation and extension, right? Yep, so the town board will kick that off at the, finance meeting this month, and we'll carry it on into the October board meeting, just for the public that's watching, that is to consolidate the water districts and to extend a couple of the boundaries just within parcels that were cut off when the original districts were formed, like when the village dissolved and district were formed, and a couple of them just created weird scenarios with properties being cut in half. So no big changes to the water system or anything like that. And that was an inquiry at the public works meeting. And just on the Children of Eagle Lake water situation, I know that that's a topic on everybody's minds. I do continue to work with EFC to see if we can access funds to pay for test wells. I think collectively we gave it until the end of this month for the public works meeting as a go, no go, drilling the test wells. If we get to the end of the month, then the instruction is going to be to AES to complete the report without test well information, which will result in estimated costs, just because the engineers are going to take the potential of having a drinking water source in 2 spots. We'll proceed accordingly. Get question, things like that. If or when it comes up, but we can recognize the information. So we do keep in touch with the EPA and the DOJ, DFH, at least that where we, so the communication has stayed good. Those are kind of the tops of my agenda for.
Thanks. Members of the board, do you have anything?
I wanted to bring up something that's not, in the big scheme of things is not that important, but Tom mentioned in June, there was $240 in the electric bill for the charging station. And every time I drive by, for example, the St. Columbus Moist, so it's a local one, And what are we doing about that? It's a small thing, but it's,
Could be that
Pardon?
it was set up to be a free deal, so it needs to get turned around, because it may be $240 for a bill, but the thing you flip that around. So the worst case is you're not spending anything and you're actually gaining some revenue.
it's like a
Which is the way it should be.
We checked the.
You can work with them, because we got. You're gonna send a seal, or behind services. Yeah.
Even if it's a dollar, that's, the taxpayers are paying for that for something to get there.
And for,
that we had to do in the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the process of getting it?
Yeah,
It's something to make it.
that is.
it's extremely, even if you, like, years ago, even if you charge 24/7, it's not constant pushing electricity. Once it's charged, even if it's plugged in and shut down, I mean, I can tell you, 6 or 7 to charge, and it'd be like $12. So if you got that 20%, it's not kind of a charge one, and two, it's still like, $12 a day, just straight. That's even high, actually, I should say. Yeah.
People that own that, the unit should be able to set it up so that it is a charge unit and we receive credit.
You should be able, whoever, charge one.
Charge point should be able to set that up, so that's who you have to contact, is the people that install the unit, because they're the ones that maintain it. And
If you need help,
Take care of it. Maybe when I was looked at information, I think you should. ask her.
Do we get to full? Yes.
it's a contract deal, because I'm having 4 put in at the restaurant, and I'm going through a company called EV Smart. Not that that makes any difference, but it's a contract, so that they get their share. The people that has installed gets their share. You know, of course, the electric company gets what they get, but there is a contract. They service, yeah. They service, and that's their,
It's been KW plus.
Yeah.
Sure.
that's it.
Anything? Anything that's gonna.
Gets the charge. So, for example, the it took 6 hours to charge, and it took 24, and we the ding, and they can be.
You know, for taking out a state.
That's to keep people from being there and not letting other people use it.
Like reading
I'll have Amy Beeman look at it.
That's good.
Do you have one at your house?
Yeah.
Oh, you
We just put one in.
Thank you. Stu.
I spoke to the company, didn't get a chance to give it the time. I went to the EMS meeting the other night, and there's no way that they're gonna get the required amount of assessment of signatures. They aren't even halfway yet. So I just wanted to think how you guys felt about if we could put it on the ballot, if we could still do that.
would.
Because it's gonna be voted on, whether it's a petition or whether we put it on. I think we all agree it should be voted on, right? But to make sure that it does get on the ballot, because then, like they said, they've done all the stuff that they can, and they can't.
Not from
No.
at one time.
But could we, as a board, put it?
Yeah, so you have the town subject to permissive to advance the map plan for the permissive review that so true should agree. And then you go through the theme said public interest. The overall that and then that is so you're here.
But it would still be on the ballot then next time. Could it be on the ballot by itself? Yeah. I think they had like 100 or 1,100,000 or something, and they need 300.
Yeah, the ballot, they got third.
They needed 300 or something plus a dollar. But they've gone but the problem is like Walmart and all the corporates, they can't get, people to bring that assessment up.
But has a map plan report been completed now? And who, building that?
We would have to do it.
Yeah.
We could charge it back to the district, but we would have to do it.
So it would have to come from taxpayers' funds initially, and if it failed, then it would just be.
This is okay.
So who would, I mean, the town, so it would be a AES or a engineering function to do that, not like.
Water was working on here, which is electric district, ambulance district, fire district, don't have to have stamp. They're still right. Consultants. You're looking there.
It's the last meeting, and you remember, didn't they say that you said 11,000 to do the map plan?
I believe that's what she said.
I think I sent like we don't know.
And was, can the district map plan include other communities? How large can it be? Could it include Ground Point? Map plan report included those in the district. They would obviously have to vote on it.
At one point, either you were there or somebody said that after the district was formed, the Crown Point and Putnam would have to annex after the fact. Is that right? Before or after?
Via contract.
Because it would probably be better after, because
across the county line, the young people just can't be about that it takes. It is quite a bit across the county, but it is. You can.
what would your opinion, should we do before or after?
Well, if you're selling it to the same, then all of these people are. If you do it in one, the whole thing.
But see,
then you're going back to do it again, and you only two, and if it fails in one, then it's only.
see, I don't think Crown Point would be a problem because they're, they would definitely do it. But Putnam, they've been having problems. So would you have to include both of them together?
You don't have to do anything. It's all. Yeah, if they could each do their. They anyone. And they'll do. And collectively, you're going to have an intermunicipal agreement with the new district that contracts with 1, 2, it's not both boards do it, but then you create kind of commissions to oversee them that to recommend town boards. Things like that. It is a problem. There's definitely strategy getting in here, and that strategy should probably be held in your communities. Like I said, if you do it all and affects and one aspect affects.
And what happens if it went through and then a couple years down the road, you probably wants to get out?
That's a little trickier if there's, first of all, if the other is debt, generate so if you don't have debt in consent, the insurance income, take the yes, in consent, a picture can be this. It's hard, but
If it's, if they're having difficulty getting signatures for their petition process, does that equate equally to possibly not getting the votes they would need even if we pushed it forward for a district?
you got the interesting dilemma, getting over the threshold for the petition and who gets the vote aren't the same, because the vote isn't by assessed value.
Right.
One person, one vote. Tenants, things like that get the vote. So that's the kind of,
It's weird.
the inherent, maybe, that's in the statute, is it taking you so much to get over the hump on the petition, yet the vote is there. Vote is lower. But there's, I guess, philosophical reasons why that is. Because we can talk about that, another thing, when it shows in legal age,
Yeah.
if you get the number of signatures, you can drive your neighbors in.
Right.
That's why that petition process is so high. Here, you're running into it because it's top line.
Right.
Right, if it was a pocket of the town, or a sewer, water, whatever it may be, these considerations on the camera, right?
This is a lot here.
So, when you've got a petition process that can drag in neighbors that may not want to be in a district, democracy does, if you're in it, and if your votes and passes, you're in it. And you may not like it, but you're in it. Sorry, the law, that's the law.
So just from a timing standpoint, so if it can't come up for a vote until sometime after the first of the year, and it does come up for a vote in January or February or whatever time period all that comes to pass, and it passes, how does it get funded for that next year?
Yeah, you're looking at couple of things. The quick answer is you're looking at the 2025 budget year. It would be in place for January 1, 2025. In concept, this gets a little dicey, but there could be a cash flow where the town loans the funds to that district for that year, but the district has to immediately make it up. So not only are you funding 25, but you're possibly funding part of 24 as well. That gets a little dicey budget-wise, and in short, you can't fund a district in the past, right? You couldn't assess that for your taxpayers now on the thought that you're probably going to form a district, right?
Yeah, I think it has to get down to the question, so.
And absolutely, I won't understand the predicament. First of all, you know, a lot of these companies we get with this variation, and they're not on good solutions, and that's why advanced planning is definitely required. Like, district formation stuff needs to be, no later done, voted on, no later than July August, to hit your budget year for the next year. That's all the problems, right? Which is, you guys need to find something at home. There's no solution to that.
See, they're going to corporate, well, like I said, Walmart and all the places and stuff, but I still, even if they got them all, I don't possibly. So I don't know how everybody feels if we should put it on them. As
Like I said, you have to October resolutions. I didn't find
feel.
and I can agree.
No,
That would put you into March.
Yeah, so you're still looking at from there, you're 40 to 75 days somewhere in there to get the vote. A special election or something like that. Well, not necessarily. Board of elections working with you is happening.
Yeah.
If they would, because it's the local issue, not the board of elections issue. So again, you're still looking at your budget cycle next year.
so what, now, should they stop the petition assessment thing?
You can't.
No, I'm not saying, I'm asking everybody here. I mean, is that what we have to do?
Not necessarily, both of you don't say if you're looking for it easier, you can say that. But if you're just looking at the forward, it's probably an easier hurdle than because, I mean.
There's no way.
Yeah. I knew it when I heard they were doing it, I'm like, that's a huge exercise. What I feel bad is I don't know that they could afford or had good advice to get the thing done.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I would have assessed the biggest tax, right? It's if I get because if I have the accessibility corporate tax.
See, they kind of realize that.
Situation. You should, if people really want to look at this whole, the budgets for Lake George, look at what they, for was that they gave, how they for it, what? And it's something now. It's different. I mean, exactly, those numbers are going to be different.
Is it comparable cost-wise and stuff?
I don't know.
I mean,
I would believe it has to be, or.
we did 740, I think, or 760 last year.
Yeah, the reason I would say is your geography up here is a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Where you're covering more area, up there you're covering less area, but they got more population. So it's like, it might be very tempting. Yeah, I don't know.
See,
But
we
you have
have,
also have distance and things like that.
you know, I'm sure 90% of their calls are going to that all the time. So ours are going to Burlington, Brand calls, we know we're,
Right. So you're
you know,
still.
we're up against it, you know.
The state really needs to step in here and figure some things out.
Yes.
There's some things that municipal home rule just can't address.
They got 5 calls just yesterday. 5 calls, one will be on there, 2 of them back to back.
I guess I would advise them to stop, but that's up to them.
But, you know,
Sorry, Brian.
I would not advise them to stop.
No, I think they need to keep going regardless. I mean, and there's no reason for them to stop if they can continue to try to get the signatures.
I mean, if we're lucky enough to get it, great. But if we don't, do we still have an option to get it on the ballot?
This year? No.
No, not this year. I said,
What was that?
if everybody agreed, if they continue with the petition, assessment petitions.
So they can't vote on.
Right.
Yeah, you're not prohibited from going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then that's great. I mean, so they're gonna try.
But if they petition and it fails, there is a time limit. I forget what's on it, I forget what the exact number is, but you can't come back to that.
Okay. Well, you know,
But it's not a long time, I feel like maybe 3 or 5 years. I shouldn't say that long, but.
no, they're still going. I mean, they're still trying. But it's
So,
gonna,
between, is there a time frame to get to the signatures, votes? I mean, they could take a year, 2 years, 6 years, it doesn't matter, so it's signatures, so them.
Because you, statutory, but the longer it goes, the more difficult it is for us to evaluate that petition, because the town, one of the questions you have to satisfy is, was the signed, et cetera. Part of this, people still alive, right? So there's, the longer it is.
and if it's placed in.
And do they still own the property that they signed out?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so there's got to be some logical time for you to get this as opposed to maybe not.
The withdrawal of it, or we had that, and then all of signatures. They can't, once it fails, that pass, they can't be no signatures. They gotta go back and get it, which they might do, it's just, we're not looking for. Yeah, people.
So I think policy. Well, they keep going, they're gonna try a little bit longer, you know. So, anybody else to get to?
Get those. That's the strategy I would use.
Yeah.
All right. Is that it for us? I will,
Okay.
I'll open it up for public comment. Do you have anything, sir? No? Okay, then unless anyone wants to sit there and wonder, we'll call it.
I had something that I can't remember what it was now. Too late. Too late.
Yeah. Ball game, don't forget the ball game.
Ball game.